Hello, these are 5 classroom management pitfalls to avoid 2.0. So let's start with number 5, public humiliation. Now, if you've ever been publicly humiliated, you know it doesn't feel good. Everyone wants to maintain their dignity, and the students these days are going to find a way to do it. So if they finally get on your nerves one day and I'm going to let them have it, and you explain everything to the assistant principal in the classroom, you're going to turn your classroom from once almost rowdy to the zoo. So maintain everyone's dignity. Go outside in a private setting and have that conversation. Number 4, being sarcastic. You know, when students again are finally getting on your nerves, you might say, you know what, life's good. You should get one. Or, you know what, you're my most favorite student. You know that's not the truth. That's going to build up resentment. And so you might have to explain yourself to the principal why you said that. Number 3, empty threats. You ever heard anyone say, I'm going to call your parents. I'm going to write you up. And you don't do it. It's important to mean what you say and say what you mean. Because if you don't, you just might be the new drama teacher with anything goes. Number 2, giving directions during a crisis. You know, oftentimes if a student is in crisis mode, really angry, or displaying some of these behaviors, then it's not the time to write down an 8-step dissertation we want the student to follow in the next 30 seconds. Everything from sit down, put your book bag on the floor, close your laptop. It's important that we don't do this because we're going to turn that what we think is an intelligent brain, our reptilian brain's going to take over, and we just might see Hulk come out. And number 1, writing feelings on a referral. You know, often when we start writing a referral, we're still in our crisis mode and saying things like, I'm getting sick of this student and this child doesn't know how to act will actually show bias against the student. So unless you're going to try to explain this to the lawyer, I would make sure put the facts down and leave everything else out. These are the top 5 classroom management pitfalls to avoid 2.0. What are your top 5? Put them in the chat.